Hi friends, today topic is voltage regulation. So first of all, what is the meaning of voltage regulation? The terminal voltage of an alternator changes from no load to full load. The magnitude of this change in terminal voltage depends upon not only load current but also on the power factor of load. So this magnitude of voltage mainly depends upon this load current and power factor of the load. So that is the meaning of voltage regulation. And what is the definition of voltage regulation means? It is the ratio of change in terminal voltage to the rated voltage when the load is suddenly removed with the same excitation, means field current, and it's the same speed, means synchronous speed. So this is the formula for voltage regulation, is equal to E minus V by V. This E means it is the no load voltage, this V means that is the rated voltage divided by V into 100. This is the percentage voltage regulation formula. So to find the voltage regulation, we have some methods. That methods are synchronous impedance method, magneto-motive force method, ZPF, zero power factor method, and ASA methods. These all methods are indirect methods. These methods are applicable to our alternator more than 5 kVA. Just apply these methods. If suppose the alternator rating is less than 5 kVA, just apply the load test of alternator. Directly apply the load test of alternator. If suppose more than 5 kVA, just apply these methods. First, we are discussing the synchronous impedance method. So first of all, draw the vector diagram. So this is the voltage. First take the voltage vector V and lagging. First assume the lagging. So in the synchronous impedance method, assume the lagging load. This is the voltage vector. Next, current I lags. This is the I. Next, draw the IARA drop, armature reaction drop. That is the I into RA. Parallel to this current axis. This is the I into RA. Next, armature reactance drop, I into excess drop. So you got some points. Just join this point, this O, and this C. You got the E. This is the A. This is the B, C. This is the D. This is the F. Okay. So this is the vector diagram of synchronous impedance method. Assume the lagging. The angle between this voltage and current is called pi. From the Pythagoras theorem, you know the formula. So this is the OC square is equal to OF. This is the OF square plus FC square. So OC square is equal to OF means OD plus OF means this OD plus DF, OD plus DF whole square. FC is the FC means FB plus BC whole square. OC is equal to square root of this one. This OC indicates simply E. OC indicates simply E is equal to. Next to OD. This OD indicates. So this is the voltage. So in this x-axis we are writing the V cos pi. This is the I into RA. So in place of OD, just we are writing V cos pi plus place of DF, we are writing I into RA whole square plus FB. FB means this is y-axis. Writing this is the V sin pi plus BC means plus the BC I into XS whole square. So this is the formula for E. Okay, so this is the actual formula. So this OC indicates E naught, this OD indicates V into cos pi, DF means IRA drop, armature reaction drop, the V sin pi, this is the synchronous reactance drop I into XS. Okay, so this is from this Pythagoras formula. Finally you got E naught is equal to V cos pi plus I into RA whole square plus V sin pi plus I into XS whole square, complete square root. So here V means voltage, cos pi means power factor, I means full load current, next to XS means that is the synchronous reactance, and RA means the armature resistance. So from this formula, percentage regulation is equal to E naught. So from this formula you got E naught. V means that is the rated voltage by E naught minus V by V into 100. Then find the regulation. So here to find the excess from this synchronous impedance method. So from this formula, main thing is, so find the synchronous reactance from the synchronous impedance method. How? So this is the actual graph for OC test and AC test. In the previous session already we are discussing the OC graph and AC test. Okay, this y-axis indicates the voltage per phase, this x-axis indicates the field current. So field current is 0 and voltage also 0. First to observe this OCC characteristics, open circuit characteristics versus field current. This field current versus voltage V0 per phase. So this is the field current. So field current is increases, means excitation will be increases, then voltage also increases in the alternator. Open circuit means in the stator winding simply open circuited, R, Y, B phases are open circuited. In that R and Y phase to connect the one voltmeter. So this is the field current value is increases, then voltage also increases. From that values, so simply draw the one curve. So this is the OCC characteristics curve. Next to observe the AC characteristics. AC characteristics means any two phases are short circuited. So in that one phase to place the ammeter. So this is the short circuit curve. So here just apply the short circuit current on the nameplate details. Approximately 7 amps will be applied to the short circuit current. Then you got some field current. So this is the short circuit test graph. This is the short circuit test graph, straight line. So this is the OC test graph. Okay. So finally the short circuit current is applied. You got some field current. For example, some 1.5 amps. This is the at 1.5 amps you got some point. So from this point to just straight draw one dotted line. Then you got one more point. So from this point you got the open circuit voltage from this point. So first observe here. So from this point, from where if just apply the short circuit current then you got the field current. That is the point first. So after that, just extend this this line to the OCC curve. Okay, after that, so this line left side, extend the left side, then you got some points. So this is the open circuit voltage, and below here, left side, so left side extend the line up to the short circuit current. So this is the short circuit current, and this is the open circuit voltage. From this voltage and short circuit current, you got the synchronous impedance. See the formula for synchronous impedance: open circuit voltage per phase divided by short circuit current. So you got the finally synchronous impedance. So finally, how to find the excess? You know the basic formula. Z is equal to RA square plus XS square. So RA means armature resistance. This armature resistance from the voltmeter and ammeter method. Then to find the RA also. So finally you got in this formula, you know the RA value and you know the Z value. So simply find the excess value. So excess formula is, this is the excess formula. Excess is equal to square root of ZS square minus RA square. This ZS means synchronous impedance. From this graph, to find the ZS from this formula. Next to RA from the voltmeter and ammeter method, you got the RA value. So finally you got the XA. This XS is substituted in this formula where I into XS, and then you know the voltage per phase is the E0 per phase. You know the voltage, you know the power factor, you know the load current value and RA value, voltage and sin pi. Plus or minus means this plus indicates the lagging, minus indicates the leading. You know the I and XS. So you know the XS also from this formula. So then substitute the all values. You got the no load EMF per phase. So in the voltage regulation formula, E0 minus V by V into 100. Finally you got the voltage regulation. So in this synchronous impedance method, it is the pessimistic method. Why? Because this method is always higher than the actual value. So that's why this method is called pessimistic method. So in this method, saturation is neglected. So that's why this method is the pessimistic method. Thank you.